Okay, we're recording, everybody. Thank you. For those of you who have not already or just got into class, you can jump on the Nearpod with me and follow along. Right now we're doing the would you rather, okay? Would you rather go to jail for 4 years or prison, right? That's kind of written wrong. Prison for something you know you didn't do, or B, get away with something horrible but no live with the fear of being caught. Okay. All right. Okay, so we had some B's on there. Interesting group. A lot of people would say they wouldn't want to live in fear. So let's go through it, because today what we're going to do, just so you know, this lesson is being recorded for learning purposes. Something you can look at doing to get your brain active during the day. Some of you said you were tired at the very beginning of the class. Do some butt kickers, some bicep curls, 30-second shoulder raises, right? So you just raise your shoulders, and then 30-second leg rotations. And that's something you could put into your exercise log that you'll be turning in weekly. All right, just remember my classroom expectations as we're going through class here, just to make it nice and easy. Make sure we're following along with the Nearpod lesson. We're using the chat tool respectfully and appropriately, and then also responding to questions and instructions the first time. Okay, a couple things here. Where we've been, if you have not done your weekly quizzes and activity logs, I just zeroed out this last unit, then you need to get working on that, okay? So remember how to find them. We come to here. I do have what's going on. See, we have a live class now. You have your activity log that's at each week. And then lesson 4 quiz was due yesterday. So how you'd find that, if you go into content right here, go to the units. So if you didn't do last week's, we have the individual activities quiz that you'll need to do. And then the weekly activity log. Just like that. Okay. And then this week we have the same thing, weekly activity log and the weekly quiz. So we have 2 more weeks. This is week 5 of 6. So a couple more things. All right, what we're going to be going over today, we're going to be talking about conduct, moral, and ethical. So as we're going through life, you're going to run into some dilemmas. And so you have certain things, okay? So on one side of the coin, we have ethics, okay? Ethics are external rules, and they may vary between environments, okay? So in different places, there's different kind of ethics that they follow. A country that I visit quite a bit is Belize, which is just right below Mexico. And their ethics are a lot different than our ethics that we have in the United States, right? They take bribery all the time, all kinds of things, and we think like that. And then we have our morals, okay? And these are our personal principles that we have, and they rarely change. So basically, as we go and we kind of look at this Venn diagram, in the middle here, we have right and wrong conduct, okay? So we need to follow the rules. And sometimes the problem is our morals kind of are different than the ethics that are right there, right? And so then you got to really kind of make a choice of what's going on. So it's different. Okay, yeah, if you can't hear anything, you can just listen to the recording later. I'll get that posted soon. So then there's right or wrong there. Okay, so we try to do our best, right? What is The Incredibles, right? Virtue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to talk about 2 different things when it comes to activities or sports. We have gamesmanship versus sportsmanship, okay? and there's a difference between the two. To clarify this, we're going to watch this quick little video that explains both of it and the two different sides of the coin. And really it brings in our personal versus our what's actually written, and they're kind of in between. And so it's kind of a gray area. So let's watch this real quick.
Hello, and welcome to FMN Sports. Today's topic is gamesmanship and sportsmanship, which is better. I'm joined at the desk by Gary.
Hi. Thanks for having me, George.
I like your mustache. It looks pretty impressive.
Thank you. I do my best. Nice tie, by the way.
Thanks. So tell us, Gary, what do you prefer, gamesmanship or sportsmanship?
Well, George, I think gamesmanship is a much better style of play. I believe that if a team wants to win, they should do everything in their power to make it so. I think that they have every right to push the rules to the limit, as long as they are not breaking the rules, or get caught out. What do you think?
I have to disagree with you, I'm afraid. I think that sportsmanship is a better tactic.
Why?
I just think that, if you bend the rules and push the boundaries, it is unfair to the other team. Sportsmanship is much better because it represents what a lot of people stand for in sport: fairness, respect, and just enjoying the sport for what it is. Not trying to ruin the game by disregarding the rules.
I still stand by my belief that gamesmanship is a far more successful way of playing. One of the more popular techniques that is used is called breaking the flow. This technique is extremely common among professional level athletes, because it is easy to use and hard to be penalized for. For example, distracting your opponent, complaining, wasting time, or favoring better players who are more efficient and experienced than new players, or ones who perform poorly.
While I do agree that gamesmanship is more common in professionals, I do not think that wasting time, using unfair play, or favoring other players is a good thing to show viewers. All it shows is what competitive sport has become. Younger viewers are even more likely to adopt this dirty style as their preferred type of play, instead of the respectful, more fair solution. Especially favoring other players, we should encourage children to use fair play, so that the whole team can have an equal chance at victory, no matter what skill level they have.
Players who are not of equal skill to others can prevent the entire team from showing full potential, especially if the good players are constantly being taken off because of fair play. This is the main reason that a team is most likely to adopt gamesmanship as its main tactic. This, then, solves all the problems. The team not only wins, it is easier for them, which keeps the whole team happy, even if you have to keep one or two players off longer than the rest. I mean, if someone offered you an easier way to do your job, with a better success rate, would you take it?
We'll let the public decide that. Well, it appears that we're out of time. Even though that we are still unable to reach an agreement about which is the better tactic. We did agree that there is no doubt gamesmanship is more evident in Australia, at least among professional grade athletes.
And that it is mainly influenced by the amount that is shown by professional role models, and the way it is used to promote success.
Thanks for joining us for this debate, and we hope to see you again.
All right. So I know it was some automated voices and it was kind of a little different, but it really kind of gave both sides, right? Of gamesmanship and sportsmanship. Okay. So in gamesmanship, we talked about, so winning is everything. Okay. Here's some kind of phrases. It is only cheating if you get caught, right? It's the referee's job to find rule infractions. So there's a lot of different things, particularly in more higher level sports, that this is the way that things are done, right? It's win at all costs. There's millions, sometimes billions of dollars on the line. And so that's why you find some of these sporting events very almost contentious, right? On there. So some examples of this you'll see, like faking a foul or injury, attempting to get a head start, tampering with equipment, covert personal fouls, right? So you do it under the radar where people can't see, inflicting pain on an opponent, using performance-enhancing drugs, taunting or intimidating an opponent, a coach lying about an athlete's grades, okay? So I'm pretty sure you've seen some of these things before, right? Trying to get in a person's head, taunting, right? Faking fouls, all these different types of things. Okay, so sportsmanship. Okay, sportsmanship is really cultivating personal honor, virtue, and character. The key virtues are fairness, integrity, responsibility, respect. This is more like everybody gets a chance to play, everybody has an opportunity, all of these things. And I think in different environments, things are, of course, different. So as we look at fairness, we're looking at following the rules of the game. Don't seek for unfair advantage. There's no like discrimination that's there. The referees are equal to all participants and cannot show interest in the outcome. That's something like referees at some points in time, they've actually betted on the outcome of games that they were officiating. And of course, you can imagine how that would play out, right? And so I kind of like this picture here, equality and equity. And so what's right for each, so being able to kind of help out. It's really cool. So my brother-in-law and sister, they have a child that has actually autism, and they wanted her to be able to play some type of sports game. So they actually went and they created a nonprofit where which they called Fun Included. And so they go and they do soccer in the fall and in the spring for kids that do have some disabilities and want to participate there. So really cool thing that basically it brings equity to everybody, and they have working on fairness. Another one is integrity. Okay, always seek to do what is right, no matter who is listening or watching. Responsibility, taking responsibility for performance and emotions. Don't play the blame game. Be up to date with the rules and regulations, and be a good person on and off the playing surface. Okay, respect. Make sure we're showing respect for teammates, opponents, coaches, officials, fans, and parents. And I think you hear all the time where maybe parents or fans get out of hand, and it gets pretty good. But we've had all kinds of things in the headlines there, like different scandals that go on, Deflategate, Pete Rose, he got in trouble and thrown out of the Hall of Fame for betting on baseball, bribery, different kind of scandals. It all kind of leads to the thing of like, it's kind of a lifetime of struggle trying to figure out to balance between sportsmanship, your ethics and morals, and where we can kind of come together and be at peace with yourself. So, okay, that leads us to the very end of your word of the week, conscience. So make sure you write that down. And this will end our lesson for today. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can contact me here, but I'm going to go back just to the word of the week so you have that available, and I'll stick around for any questions. But I'm going to stop the recording there. So